Welcome to your wiki on virtual practices, and today we're talking about your niche and message. Providing virtual services, there is a skill to it. There is knowledge that has to come with it. There is a niche in virtual services. However, you still have your niche of who you work best with. Just because you offer virtual services doesn't mean it expands to everyone. You still want to focus on who you're going to get great outcomes with so that you attract those people. So your first step is always to go back to your niche and who you love to work with. That does not need to change here. But you want to look how virtual therapy can be a conduit for the transformation. Meaning you want to know the benefits to that client, what are some of the obstacles, and really understanding how virtual therapy applied to your niche improves outcomes or improves access to care so that you can talk about it in your messaging. The next step is that you want to write your ATP just like we teach in boot camp in the regular modules. And when you write your ATP, you may also add in some education or research into your website and your messaging. You may also want to address some of the objections like that they may have. Does this even work? Isn't it awkward? How do I feel connected to you? Those kinds of things. And you can discuss the efficacy in your messaging. Now, this doesn't have to be on the specialty page on your website per se. You can do some of this in your FAQ section. But your ATP is still going to exist connecting to the client's pain, how you help, one of those ways being through virtual therapy. That's just the conduit, but you elicit through your skill set the transformation. So you're still going to be talking about that. The ATP doesn't change much other than adding that you offer the virtual therapy as a way to help with this transformation that you offer. And again, these other components can be added in an FAQ or even in some of the messaging. So for example, this would be a very short ATP or last sentence from connecting to the client's pain. Then you would talk about how you help through online telemental health sessions. I help anxious teens with busy schedules find time away from the pressures of school and family to calm their brains, cope with stress, and build their confidence. So, pardon the poor writing here. But one of the things I'm doing subtly is saying that these teens, are very busy. These teens don't have time to go to therapy. They also can't find space away from their family. And that's why virtual therapy is very helpful, because I'm targeting people who are too busy otherwise to come in for a session. So this is just an example. I'm still connecting with the anxious teen. I'm talking about what they're dealing with and how I help and what the transformation is in a very, very short ATP. When you're in your website, you have more room to discuss this. So you are going to create ATPs for your niche, just like you would, and just mention that you do this through virtual therapy or in person as well, depending on what type of practice you have. But you may want to also add a page on telehealth services and really focus in on telehealth and how it can help. So that would be a specialty page for telehealth services. Now you're still going to be talking to the pain of that niche, but you'll be able to focus a little bit more on what telehealth does, the benefit and value of it, and how it allows for that transformation that you often see with your clients to flourish. Once you get your messages written out, then you're ready to move on to marketing.